and city stuff. Don't you think it's time to go where black bears climb and waters flow? Hummingbirds out on the deck, your feet propped up, and what the heck? You'll love how we live here in these mountains. Everything is gonna be alright, and we all wave hello here in these mountains. Life is good, we sleep well at night. It's alright, the mountain life. Load 'em up and head this way to the bright red Georgia clay. From Notley down to Carter's Lake, all the memories to make. So much here for all to see, a land that is so dear to me. Welcome home to all your dreams, hot rod Fords and crystal streams. Now you love how we live here in these mountains. Everything is gonna be alright. We all wave hello here in these mountains. Life is good, we sleep well at night, and it's alright, the mountain life. It's alright, the mountain life. Y'all come by and see us anytime you can.
Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Oh gosh, it was so pleasant this morning, really, really early. It's not going to be pleasant the rest of the day. And I'll tell you, it's going to be like 97 to 100. Today is the day to stay cool, stay hydrated, stay happy, because attitudes are going to change. When it gets so hot, people get ill, they get ornery, and it's dangerous to be out in this heat. Now, soon school starts, and the schedule's kind of weird. We've got Gilmer, Cherokee, Pickens starting on this Friday, which I don't understand why you take them in on Friday. Everybody says, oh, it makes sense, da da da. No, not to me it doesn't, because that's one more day these kids could have at home while it's still hotter than Hades. But they're gonna do it anyway. And so let me tell you what's happening. After you get them in school, you've got to make sure. Is my mic not on? Is it not working? We're good. Okay. It is so weird. That one? Yeah. No. That one? Yeah. Yeah. We got a camera issue. I love this. That's what you love about live TV. There's something about live TV. You just fly by the seat of your pants. I should know that after 22 years. It's crazy. 20 years full time, 2 years playing around with it. And I should know that sometimes things change. Okay, schedules with school. Pickens, Cherokee, Gilmer, starting on Friday. Be cautious. Be aware of children out in school buses. Now let me tell you what happens when a school bus puts down this red flag and it says stop. It does not say that just because you live in a certain area and you think you have prestige, whatever, what is wrong with you, you're going too fast and you decide to go around the school bus that is risking a child's life, don't do it. We see it happen every single day. Every day a school bus driver comes in and says, somebody ran my stop sign today. Don't do it. When these kids get back in school, it changes things drastically because you have to look out for the little fellas. Now, Blue Ridge, here we go, we're going to change it again. Okay, on Blue Ridge, Fannin County, and Copper Basin go back on August the 6th. Now, I don't run the school system, but to me that makes a lot of sense. Give them a few more days because it's hot. If it's going to be 100 degrees and they go back to school, two things are going to happen. The band is going to be out on the field practicing. It's going to be hot. The football players are going to be out there practicing. It's going to be super, super hot. We actually start, ETC will be doing football games beginning August the 15th. Now think about that. This is Gilmer and Fannin on August the 15th. That means it's going to be super, super hot out there and kids are going to need to be hydrated. They have got to take care of them and it is so dangerous. So who said we should go back to school in August when it's so hot? I don't know, wasn't me. I think it's crazy, but it's a system that they devised so they can have a week off every so often, and I get it. If I worked there, I'd want a week off too, so I kind of get it, but it is dangerous. So keep in mind, starting this Friday, the kids will be back on the bus, the buses will be back on the roads. Don't be mean to the school bus drivers. Don't blow your horn and tell them to go on. They can't go on. They have to drive a certain speed. They have to stop at certain places. And you need to be considerate. If it was your kid getting on the school bus, you'd want to be considerate, right? Right. Okay. Y'all, I am so stopped up, and there's no pollen in the air, so I'm not sure what it is, but I've hacked and wheezed all weekend long. I'm heading to one of my favorite places ever, and it has to do with dirt, D-I-R-T, dirt, and we're going to share something with you. Dawn's labels on her food that she cans and makes kraut and makes jelly and all this stuff say, Earth in Harmony, Georgia clay, blue skies, golden sun, and green fields. Well, today this label should say Earth in Harmony, North Carolina dirt, because heading to North Carolina to Darnell Farms. This is a big deal. Darnell Farms has been in business since the 50s, producing the food that you often buy at your local Ingles grocery store. And I love that we can do a story about a local company, been in business since the 50s, that produces, when you walk down the aisle at Ingles and you're looking side to side and you're looking at produce, much of that produce is grown locally. Now, I wanted to do this story because Washington, D.C. is waking up, and the Department of Agriculture is going to shut down the Washington offices, and they're going to move to North Carolina, Missouri, Utah, and a couple of the western states where they produce cattle. Does that not make sense? Why would they want to be sitting behind a desk in Washington worrying about who's the Davis boys are building, growing collard greens down in North Carolina? Why would they want to do that? Why don't they get out in the field and why don't they get to go meet these farmers? That's what's going to happen. North Carolina is going to get an agriculture office. I'm so excited about it because a lot of food that goes in your family's mouth comes out of North Carolina. North Carolina has a great growing season. They have great farmers who've been in business for sometimes 4 or 5 generations, and it is time that we honor these people. So it's exciting. I don't know who made the decision to move the agriculture department, but yay, I'm so glad that you did. And I'm not sure why I guess Missouri, because of the grain, Missouri and Nebraska, they grow a lot of grain out there. Maybe that's why they chose that, but it's going to be very exciting to see this happen. So yay. Today we're going to get to be with Darnell Farms, and Nate Darnell is one of the guys who's, I think he's 2nd generation, maybe 3rd generation, but you're going to get to meet he and his dad in this little spot we're about to share with you. This was done several years ago. They have produced a lot of stuff for your local grocery stores, but Before they produced on this land, the Cherokee farmed this land. And I want to read you something. This is a shirt that my buddy Bonnie Lacey made me, and I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And on the back it says, I found an eagle carved on an oak. He answered my questions, yet he never spoke. Far into the information I seek, then I found other signs where he pointed his beak. Now that was left by the Cherokee, and I'll tell you about the Cherokee. Where we're going today is full of Cherokee history. It is where the Cherokee farmed. They chose to farm along the banks of the Tuckasegee. And often if you find relics and places where the Cherokee had their villages, it was on the banks of a river. They were very, very smart. In order to grow all the crops that they needed to grow, they needed water. So that made sense. So today, we're going to share some of this stuff. This is just a short clip that they talked about producing the food for Ingalls. I love Ingalls, and I'm an Ingalls shopper. I love Ingalls bacon. I'd put it up against anybody's, but I didn't know that they actually bought local produce, and I think that's really awesome. And I think it's really super awesome that the Agriculture Department woke up. I don't know why they finally did it about 50 years too late. But go to where the farmer grows the stuff and see how it works. What does the farmer need? What can we do to maintain the farms? What can we do to help the farmers? Because I don't know if y'all know it, but when you sit down at your table or you go through a drive-through restaurant, a farmer is responsible for that food being there. So I think it's time we salute the farmers. So today is going to be Farming Day. We're going to go now to this, it's just a short clip, but it tells a little bit about how the Darnells got in business and how long they were. I've been going to them about 20 years. And when I first started going there, they just had kind of a small shed, and then they had all the produce coming in, and it was different things at different times. And so you'd go get sweet potatoes one time, corn one time. They didn't have as good a variety as they do now. I can't wait to share that with you. So on Wednesday, I'm going to share what we get in meeting and talking to them and spending some time looking at what's in season at Darnell Farms right now. You need to get in your car and do a daycation. You can leave your house at 6:30 in the morning. You can be there in less than an hour and a half. You can stop along the way and have a good breakfast, and then you can go out to Darnell Farms and get some of the good stuff they sell, and then just sit down by the Tuckasegee River. That's like a prescription for happiness. So, and it's a daycation that you could do, and you could be back to your house by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So make plans to do it. And I hope that this will entice you and you will want to get out and get to know the local farmers, because those local farmers are feeding a lot of folks. Here we go.
My name is Nathaniel Darnell, and this is my Ingalls story. Right here in the Great Smoky Mountains, next to the Tuckasegee River, we have the perfect place to grow our produce. We've been working with Ingalls for years, and the support they give to family farms like ours is outstanding. Ingalls, to me, has shown a very positive view towards local farmers and locally grown food. And to me, that is the most wonderful thing that any business, any produce, any grocery outlet could do.
They care about local farms, they care about the community, and they care about, making sure that their customers are receiving the best quality products that they can get.
I think they are fantastic. They believe in homegrown. Of course, their grocery store was established in the mountains of West North Carolina. It's indigenous like we are. They buy local.
Starting at 6 or 7 in the morning before daylight, when it's dewy and very cool out here and the vegetables are fresh, we load them on one of our vehicles and we drive direct to Ingalls stores, for the very reason that allows Ingalls to have the freshest produce in the area. There's no middleman, there's no time in between, and people can buy that and have the confidence to know that the produce they're getting, is coming direct from the farm that day.
My biggest priority with fresh local produce is, number one, it's good for you. There's nothing that's fresher than, knowing that you can see where your produce is grown, because most people don't have any clue. They've never seen the farm.
It's not easy for a chain store like Ingalls to deal with small farmers. It's easy for them to call one big supplier, give them a PO and say, fill it, and go on back to somewhere else to do the work. But they're willing to go that extra mile to carry those logistics, to buy from the small guys, where some of the big chain stores, they may act like they are, but they're not. I'm glad to say Ingalls supports homegrown.
Most people see in the news today that farming is a struggling affair, and we try very hard, to do well, but it's very tough sometimes. But with the help of good people like Ingalls, we're able to stay out here and let our kids grow up the way I did.
We don't only raise our crops here, we raise our families here.
Here at Darnell Farms, we think our fruits and vegetables are some of the best you're going to find. If you want the best local quality, you cannot do better than Ingalls.
Okay, y'all have got to get in your car on August the 13th. Let me read you the things that are going to be happening at the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. Okay, this is the night that it's going to be the introductory night. Okay, August the 13th, you save $5, unlimited ride wristbands for $20, so your kids can ride for 20 bucks. Ride unlimited number of rides on any one day of the fair too, and then they have family 4-packs, you can do that. But y'all have got to make plans. This is the 75th anniversary of the fair, and it is so exciting because we know how much money that the fair brings into the state of Georgia. It also, there are craft vendors who come from other states and come here, and twice a year they sell their wares there. There are people who do pottery, there are people who do quilting. There are all kinds of things that you can see at the Georgia Mountain Fair. Now, I hope that you have gone to YouTube and watched the special that the guys produced, Trace and, basically I spoiled them rotten. Trace and Tim got on a boat with me, and we went out in the Chattooga, and we stayed, and we had the best time, and we had a Kentucky Fried Chicken picnic, and we made a job out of it because it was there that we filmed Pioneer Village, we filmed the lake shore. It is so beautiful. Lake Chattooga has the prettiest water. It's so clear, it's so crisp, it's so beautiful. Make plans to go. Rent a pontoon before the end of the season at Lake Chattooga Marina, and just get out there and enjoy. Just sit there and relax and take in the mountains, because in the middle of that lake you can look around you and everything you see are mountains. So it's just beautiful. Please make plans to attend the Georgia Mountain Fair. The 75th anniversary is going to be a big deal. There will be t-shirts with the logo on it. There will be all kinds of things for you to buy, to have a souvenir. It's a big deal because it started literally in a tent, and then it moved to the high school, and then it just kept growing and growing and growing. And we have a very, very special birthday. Yesterday was Miss Hilda Thomason's birthday. Now, Miss Hilda Thomason is probably the one factor that is certainly behind why the Georgia Mountain Fair is so successful. She's like somebody else I know. She works a lot of hours, and she has no limits to what she will try to accomplish. And I see her accomplish a lot of stuff. So get out, and don't forget, starting August the 13th, please join us and come there on the 17th. The inspirations will be there. There's going to be, that's Inspirational Day, and the music will be there. The guys will be there filming, and it's going to be exciting. And we just look forward to everything that the Georgia Mountain Fair has done for the community surrounding it. I don't know if you remember, but Hiawassee didn't have many jobs, didn't have much going on. There were no cabin rentals. Nobody even knew Hiawassee existed until the fair just kept growing and growing and growing. And it's changed the area completely. It has also brought in, there's so many really good campgrounds there. Now, my favorite might be Hamilton Gardens overlooking the beautiful mountains, and it's so peaceful and so quiet, and I love it. But there are a lot of campgrounds in that area, and if you've thought about camping and you haven't camped lately, it's a really good way to just unwind, relax, chill a little bit, put your feet in the creek, and just enjoy maybe a fire in one of those fire ring things, and just sit there and enjoy. Just enjoy and get out and do that. Take a little time to do that. Well, we're going to share some music with you from somebody who says, I'll be back just as soon as I finish all the chores you've given me, because we know that you love this local music, and we get those calls, we get those people who stop me in the store and say, I didn't even know about that song. So sit back now, and Tracy's going to surprise us. I don't know what he's chosen today. We never know what he chooses. He's in charge. Here we go.
How y'all doing out there? Welcome to Ellijay. That's with a J.
About 90 miles north of Atlanta, where the Coosawattee lay, they come out of the hills to pay their telephone bills in a town called Ellijay. When the mayor drove a shiny 62 Corvette, Slim was in a cruiser with a Cobra jet. What you see is exactly what you get if you come to Ellijay. Hey, Ellijay, a mighty fine place to be. Ellijay, 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 good enough for you and me. Yeah. Apple blossom, baby possum, muscadine wine. Leave all your troubles at the welcome sign. I'm so proud to call a piece of his mind a town called Ellijay.
How you like them apples?
Run right through the middle of town, and late in the evening when the sun goes down, you can drive through and hear the happy sounds of the folks in Ellijay. Now way back in the summer of '73, the Red Dot parking lot was the place to be, but you could get more than what you bargained for back in those days in Ellijay. Yeah, you could. Ellijay, a mighty fine place to be. Ellijay, good enough for you and me. Yeah. 69 Road Runner, Charger RT, pistol grip 4-speed, 383. Boys, that's the way it all used to be, right here in Ellijay. Ellijay, a mighty fine place to be. Ellijay, don't you want to come and see? Yeah. Trout fishing, skinny dipping, party all night. Praise the Lord, honey, I saw the white picking on a Telecaster Saturday night on the streets of Ellijay. Ellijay, a mighty fine place to be. You and me floating down the Coosawattee. Yeah. Apple blossom, baby possum, muscadine wine. I'm so proud to call a piece of his mind. Drop all your troubles at the welcome sign. I'll see you in Ellijay. Ooh, yeah.
Anyway, Ellijay, go ahead, Chief.
Whether you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time. And delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We can't play about our future or our finances. Make moves, set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up, stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things. This is pre-tirement.
Smoky Mountain memories about my home in Tennessee. Memories keep calling me home.
It's the 75th Annual Georgia Mountain Fair, August 15th through the 23rd at the historic Georgia Mountain Fairground. Live entertainment, arts and crafts, food vendors, carnival rides, and more. Join us Thursday, August 14th for our 75th anniversary celebration with live entertainment, a fireworks show, and 75-cent carnival rides. Tickets available at the gate or call 706-896-4191. Visit GeorgiaMountainFairgrounds.com for ticket prices and concert schedule. Thanks to Towns County Convention and Visitors Bureau and all our generous sponsors.
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
If you like picking and grinning, then you might want to be at the Ridge Jam Festival this Saturday in Blue Ridge. The guys will be there filming it. There'll be some really good music. I bet there'll be some food somewhere. And it is again going to be in Blue Ridge. You can get online and check that all out. And you know, these mountains are full of music. Most of the folks that sat around here on these front porches either had a natural talent or they watched somebody and thought, I believe I can do that now. And people like Barry Abernathy, Barry Scott, Brett Cantrell, Wyatt, they all came out of these mountains and they all were surrounded by families who loved music. That's what made up these mountains. And the music truly did make the mountains a lot more fun, a lot more entertaining. And many of the folks who started here sitting on Grandpa's porch went on to go into Nashville. We've seen the Parton family. We know what little Jeff is doing, and it is amazing how the family talent often takes you into a career. We're going to share a little bit more music by the man that wrote that song about Ellijay. And everybody knows the story. When I met him, I'd never heard the song, didn't know nothing about it, and he thought I was not telling the truth. He said, "You've heard my song." I said, "No, I have not." Well, y'all have heard it a lot now, and a lot of people have said, "Hey, that was about me, that line was about me, that line was about me." He often writes the truth, and the truth about these mountains is it's just a wonderful place to live. A couple of weeks ago, Jackie Dunn came down to visit him, and I thought it was so funny because I've never met Jackie Dunn, but I've heard lots of songs with Jackie Dunn's name in it, and I thought, there's the legend. He's still around, and so they had an old folks reunion. They all got together out at the lake, and I thought, how cool is that to have that history of 50 years friendship and still loving the music and loving the cars, and that's a lot of what the mountains are made of. So here we go to some more of that mountain music.
at the lights of my hometown. This place is all so different now, and they've torn the red light down. That old wooden bridge I fished from is replaced with man-made stone. The swimming pool and our old school, like you, they both are gone. I've been thinking about the summer of 1969. Long ago and far away, when I thought you were mine. For better or worse, thick or thin, so much has changed since then. My crazy heart spins round and round when I dream of way back when. When the rock and roll would play in that old silver Chevrolet. And AM rock was all we knew back then. Big green eyes and short Levi's, I remember you. But it's all over now, baby blue. From the mountains to the sea, the track that took my dad to war in 1943 still stretches by the depot like so many years before. But like you, the train's on a different track. It don't come here no more. And the rock and roll would play in that old silver Chevrolet. And AM rock was all we knew back then. Big green eyes and short Levi's, I remember you. But it's all over now, baby blue. Red wall tires, Western flyers, and 8-track Suzy Q. It's all over now, baby blue.
Guess what, guys? Are you looking for a piece of property with just under 3 acres and a brick ranch house from 1965? We know in 1965 they built some pretty good ranch houses. This is a beautiful house, sits in a beautiful piece of property on a corner lot. The acreage starts at the beginning of the road and goes up almost 3 acres. It's like 2.72 acres. Has a workshop, has an extra storage building, and trees and trees and trees, so much privacy. It is simply a beautiful piece of property. This is going to go on the market on Wednesday. It's $499,000. It is very close to Lake Allatoona, so if you have an RV and you need somewhere to park your RV, if you have a boat and you need somewhere to park your boat, There's plenty of space for that. Your neighbors would even want to come and say, hey, can we park our boat here because you've got lots of room. This is an older home. It needs that special touch to bring it up to date, but it has all the great bones in it. And it has just under 3 acres in Cherokee County, very close to 575, very close to Lake Allatoona, and very close to downtown. 5 minutes you can be to all of those places. So it is a great buy. It is a great property. It has never been on the market because this belonged to the same family since 1965. It is the kind of property that is a diamond in the rough, but get in there and put your magic touch on the interior. I would take down the living room wall. Now this though, I would have to leave this tile, get rid of the wallpaper, but leave that beautiful tile. This tile is in mint condition. It is so beautiful, and it's a sage green. It's not that avocado green that everybody hated. Now this, I got to talk to y'all about this. You see that pile right there? I need somebody to go down there and get that pile. I'll give you $75 to get it out of my way before we have to pressure wash tomorrow. So pick up the phone and call me if you are interested. If you're a junk guy, if you like to go through junk. I know there's some metal stuff in there. I don't know if there's any recyclables. But it's a small pile, but I couldn't get it in my car and it's got to go. So if you would love to make $75 real fast, you can make $75 in about 10 minutes loading that stuff up and getting it out of there for me. My number is 404-375-0590. And I can guarantee you there's a few goodies in that pile. You might enjoy going through it. So again, 75 bucks, you can load it up in just a few minutes. It'll just fit in a small pickup truck. It's just a little bit of the stuff that was left in the house, and it's got to go so we can pressure wash the house tomorrow. So please call me. That's $75. You could take your wife to McDonald's. So there you go. There you go. Now there are some pictures of the interior, and it's a dated ranch house, but it is such a solid, good house. I love those bookcases. The gentleman had the wood shop where he built and did a lot of woodwork, and he built those bookcases. But I think if you took the wall, that brown wall down there, and then took the other wall between the kitchen, that would be the most amazing, big, great room where you could do an open kitchen. Floor plan would be so cool, so cool. So pick up the phone and call me if you're interested. Everybody knows when I leave here, I sell real estate, and that's what it's about. The old houses, the new houses, the good houses, the unusual houses, and that. If you would like to have a solid oak, that is the heaviest oak desk, please pick up the phone and call me, 404-375-0590. That desk can go home with somebody. It will make, I think it would be really cool to use it as an island, but you have to lift it up, so you got to make the legs bigger, longer, taller. But I think it would be really cool as an island base, and I think you can do that. But it is, look at that tile. Is that not beautiful? And honestly, y'all, it is in mint condition. And that's the old iron tub. It's so solid. This house is so cool. I absolutely love it. So think about it. 3 acres, just under 3 acres near Lake Allatoona in the Fields Landing development, and it is beautiful. It is in Saxon Heights, and it's located at 192 Saxon Court. So if you want to ride by, take a look at it, pick up the phone and call your real estate agent, or pick up the phone and call me or Evelyn. This is the wood shop, and it is so cool. It has the ventilation to suck out the dust. It's just a really, really good work area. So if you have a home business, if you're thinking of maybe doing a cabinet shop, it would be perfect for that. But pick up the phone and call me. I would love to show you this house beginning Wednesday. We're having it pressure washed tomorrow. So you can't see it tomorrow because you'll be tripping all over pressure hoses. But it's going to be cleaned up. So yeah, pick up the phone, call Evelyn or I. And we would love to sell you that beautiful, beautiful home. And again, the property, the trees, they're magnificent. They're so pretty, and it's so quiet and so peaceful. Now this, y'all know what that is? That's part of the Hendricks house. The Hendricks house was cut into pieces and moved down to the end of Old Canton Road. There was a bunch of turmoil about it, and everybody was all upset because it was a historical house and a whole bunch of, you know, negativity, and people were just, oh, you can't tear it down, you can't tear it down. Well, they took it apart, they moved it, and you're about to see what happened to it after they moved it, and it's really, really cool. Somebody is going to spend about $300,000 to restore it, because it will take, in my estimation, and I've been in the house a lot, it will take about $300,000 to complete that house. But it is sitting on a beautiful lot on Old Canton Road. I'm not sure what they're going to do with it. I think it would be neat if they could raise the funds and use it as the Historical Society, but I have no idea what they're going to do with it. But the house was saved. It was on a piece of property where the developer really wanted to sell the house sitting there, but because it needed so many repairs, it just needed to be gone. And so it is down the street, and somebody is going to spend a whole lot of money making it beautiful again. And I can't wait to see it. And I can't wait to see what it costs to do it, because I estimated what it would cost and it scared me to death. And I like historical homes and I like restoring them. But, okay, we talked a little bit about Cry the Eagle because I showed you that shirt. If you're still looking for a book, pick up the phone and call me, because we have these available right now. And I want to read you this. It's kind of, you know, when this book was written 60 years ago, we talked a little bit about the Cherokee, but we didn't really know that they weren't going to teach everybody in school about it. We didn't know that they were going to try to forget a piece of American history that should never be forgotten. And I love this. It says, this was reproduced in honor of the 50th year of the passing of the gentleman who wrote the book. Thank you, Grandfather, for teaching my father and others the importance of honoring the sun, the blue sky, the green meadows, and the red clay. From this comes our existence. And we understand that. We're going to go to Darnell Farms today, and we're going to get to know a little bit more about farming, because when we think about it, these hills are right now, they're full of vineyards. People are making a living with the vineyards. They're making a living with peaches, with apples, with blackberries, with blueberries, with strawberries. I saw one of the growers has peaches right now. Beautiful, beautiful peaches. These hills are full of agriculture, and I think it is so awesome that somebody, I don't know who finally got a brain in Washington, but somebody said, why don't we move the agriculture department to where they're growing things? Doesn't that make sense? So it's kind of like they ought to bring a recording studio to this area, because they got a lot of musicians here. Oh, well, we have a recording studio. Do y'all want to hear some more of the music that came out of that recording studio? Here you go, because I know somebody's sitting out there saying, well, she hadn't played that song yet, so here you go.
Hey, baby, come over here. I feel good. I got my best jeans on. I feel fine. I'll call my baby on the phone. We're going down to Jamie's and watch them shoot a game of 9. Jackie Dunn will be there in his ragtop 59. My grill is clean. There's an 8-track in the dash of my machine, and I know every single line. Yeah, Susie's got her dress on, hanging high above her knees. And when she smiles for the Nikon, you know it's such a sight to see. Raise it on up a little bit. It's Friday night in the southern city lights. Wheels will turn and the rubber's gonna burn. The glass packs are racking, the power play is screaming loud.
see who all is in the crowd. 'Cause I feel good, I got my best jeans on, it's all fine. I'll call my baby on the phone. We're going down to Jamie's and watch him shoot a game of 9. Jackie Dunn will be there, and you better not step out of line. The bank says it's foreclosing and the pickup needs repair. The LP tank's on 0 and my wheel is almost there. The hope I had left with you when you walked out the door. I would say things can't get worse, but I've been wrong before. The postman brought a letter. He said he needs my signature. He don't know you had to go, and the way you left me here. I told him I don't love you, oh, but the Lord knows I still do. And he knows just what I feel inside and the things I'm going through. My brother said there's a bottle that'll make this go away. I could drink until it's over or until my dying day. I could do all this and tell myself I don't care anymore. And I could hope it don't get worse again, but I've been wrong before. Boss man called from work today. He left a message on my phone. I called in to talk to him to see what's going on. They're laying off across the plant, employees by the score. I would say things can't get worse, but I've been wrong before. And I could turn to the bottle and make this go away. I could drink until it's over, or until my dying day. I could do these things and tell myself I don't care anymore, and I could hope it don't get worse again, but I've been wrong before. The country's going straight to hell on a highway paved with hope. And if we keep playing around with this, we'll hang by our own rope.
Okay, you got to hear your favorite Mr. Ellijay songs. You got to hear my favorite, I've Been Wrong Before. Lord knows I've been wrong before. But the songs are written about the stories of the mountains, the stories of the people, the stories of the life. That's what it's about. Now, the house that I'm just listed, it is going to be very interesting because I want you to go to my Facebook page and I want you to look at Lucas Hall just restored a brick ranch that looked so much like the one that he just did. I want you to look at the house that we have for sale and keep in mind that it's on almost 3 acres. If you don't want a 1965 brick ranch, but you'd like to maintain that house, Lucas Hall is the man for you to call. This kid can take, he's amazing. He's just amazing. So go to my Facebook page and it's Trilogy Homes. He takes that old brick ranch and restores it. If it has good bones and good integrity, he can restore that house and make it look totally brand new, totally up to date, totally, he's amazing. He's just amazing. This kid is amazing. So go to my Facebook page. I just shared it. It's down like 2 or 3 spots today, but it is amazing. So look at a brick ranch, and this house, when you see what Lucas did, it will, when you're looking at a brick ranch and you go, oh, it's so dated, and oh, it needs this, and oh, it needs that. Yes, but it's sitting on a beautiful piece of property, and it has the best bones ever, and the location. Remember what we're taught? Location, location, location. That location of those 3 acres is absolutely amazing. So take a look at my Facebook and look at what Lucas did. If you like the white that everybody's doing, a lot of people are still doing white houses with black trim. A lot of people are getting away from it. But if you look, he can create whatever you want from that brick ranch, and you can pick up the phone and call him. It's Trilogy Homes, and Lucas, he is like that kid who just, he must have been a little boy sitting around playing in the sand and drawing things when he was little, and he decided he'd grow up and build all this stuff. So he's amazing. So check that out. Also, don't forget, it is school, back to school starting Friday. Please, please, please be considerate. Please be considerate of the school bus drivers, the kids, the teachers. Pray for the teachers. They're going to be coming back the hottest week ever. Kids are going to be ill. They're going to be ornery. They probably won't even have the kids go on the playground. It's going to be so hot this week. But think about the children. And please, if you're driving and you're not paying attention, know that those buses are going to be back on the road. That stop sign is going to be down. And it's not down because they want you to learn how to spell stop. It's down to save a child's life. So please, please be careful. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Now, a lot of y'all know that what we do here, we've done for over 20 years. And when you think about the history and the archives and the things that we have started posting a bunch of it on YouTube, and we've got like, I think 2,000 or some crazy number on there now. You can go to either Sherry Martin, y'all know how to spell my name, C-H-E-R-I-E, Martin, and lots of old videos now. A lot of you are on YouTube, and it's a lot of the time it's somebody who you loved who has gone on to be with the Lord, and it's on YouTube. I did that because I got to thinking, as I get older, I might retire one day. Nah, I'm not going to retire. But I might fall over dead one day. I'll probably do that one day. We're all guaranteed we're going to do that. And I thought about, wouldn't y'all love to have access to all of this? So that's why we started putting it on YouTube. Now there's 2 channels, Sherry Martin, and then there's a Sherry Martin 2009 that way back in the day, the guys started here. I haven't looked at it in a while, but there's a whole bunch of old ones on that too. So if your mama, your daddy, your aunt, your granny, your uncle was on the show, I can guarantee you it's probably going to show up on YouTube. And it'll be something really cool, a good memory, something you can share with your family. And to do YouTube, it doesn't cost you anything. You just go to my Facebook, go to my YouTube channel, and sign in, hit subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything to do that. Doesn't cost you a penny. You do, you know, there are commercials in it, but you don't pay for that. They're just commercials in it. So do that, and you will look back and you will go, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been that long. Yes, it's been that long. And when I think about, oh my gosh, how many people have been in here? How many different things have we had? How many things have changed from the day that we got the message that Noah had been killed, from the day we got the message I was walking in the studio, Jim Taylor had passed away suddenly. I think about all the moments that I was about to walk in the studio and I got some bad news. And that bad news was often shared with you. That's what we're about. We're about local television. We're about what's happening in your community, and remember, so many things are going to be going on as the school week starts, but the one thing y'all can go to this weekend in Blue Ridge, and the guys will be there filming it, is the Ridge Jam Festival. Always some music happening in the mountains. Get ready, because the festivals are going to come, and you might as well say, welcome to Ellijay, just like Dwight does, because welcome to Ellijay, come and get to know us, come and spend some money, come and get to understand the mountain life, because there's something about living in these mountains, whether it's eating a meat and 3 over at Mike's or over at the Davis House, or so many restaurants offer good country cooking. That's what these mountains are about, and we want people to get to know them. So be a good sport about those festivals coming in. Yes, it's aggravating. Yes, the traffic gets crazy, but it also brings a lot of money to these communities. And please support your local farmer. As we leave today, headed to Darnell Farms, I'm very excited to be able to share this with y'all. It's only like an hour drive for y'all to get to Darnell Farms, and it is a beautiful, beautiful spot on the banks of the Tuckasegee River. I'll see you again soon, and I'll see you all the time on YouTube. Just click subscribe, hit that button, and you can watch any and everything you want. If you can't sleep at night, you can watch me back in the olden day. I'll see you again soon, where rivers, mountains, and good friends meet.